And place one block under the back of your head like this, and then the other block on the lowest setting like this, right underneath your head and your upper back. And then lean back into the support of your props like so. And you can draw your arms out in a cactus shape like mine are, or down by your sides with your palms facing up, whatever is most comfortable for your body. We'll keep the soles of the feet on the ground. I'm just gonna move a little bit away from my wall here. And bring the feet slightly wider than hips width, and then allow the knees to touch, the inner knees touch the feet are just a little wider so that it's really comfortable to drop the knees in. If you feel ache in your outer hips, bring your feet in a little closer. And then take a nice deep breath in and exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. And do that again, deep breath in, sigh it out through your mouth. And then seal your lips and begin to awaken your ujjayi breathing. So now sift your breath past the back of your throat. Slow down the rate of your breathing. And as you inhale, feel the heart center, the chest, the shoulders open and lift. As you exhale, allow the arms, the hips to drape down, the weight of the head to release into the block, the weight of the shoulder blades to release over the block. Ground and soften with each exhale. Take about 3 more of these deep ujjayi breaths here. One more. And then from here, you can blink your eyes open and just gently roll off of the prop. So roll to either side. Either side is fine. Pause for a moment on your side. You can move these blocks out from underneath you, and you'll want them kind of towards the top of your mat. Stay on your back, though. Once you move your blocks out of the way, roll onto your back. If you're near a wall, make sure you have an arm's length behind you. And then bring your arms down by your sides, bring your knees directly over your hips so that your shins are parallel to the ceiling. Hug your front ribs in and down. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach your right arm and your left heel down to the ground. And then inhale, come on back. Keep your low back to the mat. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Inhale, center. Exhale, right arm, left leg, heel tap. Inhale, center. Exhale, tap. Keep it going. We'll do 4 more pair just like this. 1. Exhale to lower. Keep your low back sealed to the mat. 2. Hug your front ribs into the midline and down towards your pelvis. 3. Last pair. And then from here, hug your knees into your chest. Take a little rock side to side, and we'll move into half happy baby pose. So you could either take your right hand to the outside of your right thigh and keep your left foot on the ground, or to deepen, start by grabbing the outside of the foot, bend the knee wider than the armpit, maybe even straighten your left leg to go in a little stronger to the posture. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, flex your left foot, firm your thigh. And again, deep breath in. As you exhale, feel that your right thigh can draw down towards the ground. 1 more huge breath in. And as you exhale, thigh drops to the right and left back ribs roll to the left, widening the left side. And then switch. So come back to center, and I'll show all those modifications as well. Your left hand could come to your outer left thigh, or you could grab your foot and pull the knee outside of the armpit, or even straighten the right leg to deepen the posture. 3 slow ujjayi breaths here. Inhale. And as you exhale, firm your right thigh, lift your kneecap, flex your toes. Inhale. And as you exhale, feel your left thigh draws down towards the mat. Take one more deep breath in. And again, as you exhale, feel the back of the right ribs broaden to the right and draw down. Nice. And then we'll hug both knees into the chest and give yourself a little squeeze. Again, full happy baby pose. So same options as before. You can grab your outer thighs or you can grab your feet, pinky toe edges, knees wider than your armpits. As you pull your thighs down, lengthen the tip of the tailbone to the ground. So you want to think keeping the back of your pelvis on the mat. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, get long, tailbone to crown of head. Inhale. Exhale, press your thighs back and down. Take one more deep breath in, and this time as you exhale, widen your collarbones, lift your chest, and then hug your knees back in, and we'll start to rock and roll, maybe 2 or 3 of these little rolls. And then when you're ready, you'll cross your ankles and step back to down dog. So in your down dog, if you have blocks today, go ahead and grab your blocks on that middle setting right underneath your hands. And you can kind of wrap your fingers around the edges of the block, either pointing the index or index and middle fingers forward. And this will give you a little more lift so you can get taller through your hips. Maybe even straighten your knees. Of course, if your hamstrings feel really tight here, give a little bend to your knees. Untuck your tailbone, widen your sitting bones, relax the back of the neck, the weight of your head, and take a couple more deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, feel your sitting bones lift. Inhale. And feel your heels dig down. Now, from here, look forward and walk your blocks or hands back, maybe a block's length. And then pause here and bend your knees a little bit. And you can bring your blocks now to the tallest setting underneath the palms of your hands, the whole palm to the block if you have a block. If you don't have a block, you'll bend the knees more and perch up on your fingertips. Bend your knees, untuck your tailbone, and as you inhale, look out beyond the top of your yoga mat. So you'll feel the chest open like in cobra pose. And then as you exhale, rest your belly and your ribs down onto your thighs and drop your head. Keep a bend in your knees. You want to get as much contact between your thighs and your front body as possible. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, active feet. 1. Inhale. Keep that contact, ribs and belly to thighs. Maybe walk the blocks forward a little. 2. And take one more deep breath in. Try to untuck your tailbone. Bend your knees, belly and chest to thighs. 3. And then from here, stay and walk your left hand in. So you're going to stay where your feet are. Left hand comes in right under your nose. Take your right hand to your sacrum. Turn your chest towards the right. Open your right arm up towards the ceiling and then look up towards your right hand thumb. And then for a moment here, see if you can close your right eye and see your right hand thumb with your left eye. So really go around yourself. One more deep breath in. See your thumb with your left eye. And then reach your arm way out in front of you and down and switch it. Right hand under your nose. Left hand to your sacrum. Bend your knees. Turn your chest towards the left. And then open your left arm up. And then see if you can turn towards. So sometimes when we twist, we like lean away. But can you go towards the hand? And then close your left eye and see your left hand thumb with your right eye. Deep breath in. Go around yourself. Exhale. One more breath. Press into the right hand. And then slowly swim stroke that arm forward and come on back. Ragdoll pose. We'll scoop up opposite elbows. Knees could be bent straight. You can add a little sway side to side. 3 deep breaths. One more. All right, let go of your elbows. And then from here, walk your hands forward. You can move your blocks out of the way, back into downward dog without the blocks this time. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then you'll look forward and step your right foot right in between your hands. And then pause here. And if it didn't go there in one big step, just, wiggle it there, pick it up, place it there. If you have blocks, you're going to build a little scaffold. So one block will be on its lowest setting, and the other one will angle back on its tallest setting, right at the back edge of the short block. So your left thigh will go onto the block, and then your arms will go forward of your right foot, so beyond your toes, like 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Right knee to right armpit, look forward, and breathe open the front of your left hip. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull your right hip crease back. And then inhale and reach forward through your ribs. Look forward. Exhale, bump your left hip to the left. And take one more deep breath in. Full breath out. And then we'll find our way back to down dog. So you can just let these blocks kind of tumble out of the way. Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And look forward, and as you exhale, spring your left foot forward between your hands or wiggle it there, pick it up and place it there, whatever you need. You'll grab your 2 blocks underneath your right thigh. And then once you've got that, lengthen forward and walk your hands forward like 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on a big old steering wheel out in front of you. Bring your left armpit and your left knee towards one another. Maybe they even touch. Deep breath in. Exhale, pull your left hip back. Again, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, bump your right hip towards the right. And take one more full breath in. And as you exhale, find your way back. Down dog, your blocks can just tumble out of the way. Deep breath in. Full breath out. And then move the blocks back to the top of your mat. And go ahead and step all the way back to the top of the mat in a forward fold. Knees could bend if you need. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Exhale, fold forward over your legs, Uttanasana. And as you inhale, circle your arms down around and all the way up over your head. As you exhale, gather your hands into your heart. Nice. Bend your knees, brush the floor. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Sit back into your heels, lift up through your chest, and hug your front ribs in and down. 2 more breaths. And with your next exhale, cactus your arms, bring them out wide, all the way back behind you. Grab your strap, or if it's possible, interlace your fingers. And then look up, lift your chest way up. As you exhale, lower your belly, ribs, chest, and then your head. Knees could be a little bent here. You can even widen your feet apart so the balance is more doable. Since I know sometimes when you don't have hands, that can feel a little spooky with the balance in these folds. So make space so that the pose is steady and comfortable. And then once you're there, squeeze your shoulder blades into elbows and heels of hands in, so that you really open up through the front of the chest and the front of the shoulders. 2 more breaths. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, hands to your hips, down to the floor, and then from here, step back, plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knees, chest, chin pose, Ashtangasana. Knees to the mat, toes stay tucked, chest between the 2 thumbs, tip of the chin to the mat. Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin pose. Take a breath here. Soften right between your shoulder blades. Yield. And then inhale, cobra. Lift your heart. Shrug your shoulders back and down and pull your rib bones forward away from your feet for 1 more breath. As you exhale, lower back to your forehead. Come on back through all 4s. And then back into downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Take a deep breath in. Lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, hug your right knee in and step your right foot through. Warrior 1, left heel down. Inhale, rise, arms up. And as you exhale, drop down into your pelvis. Inhale, lift up, make space around your chest, your shoulders. And exhale, go down into your pelvis, down into your feet. So you feel that polarity rooting to rise. And then in between that lifting of the chest, that rooting of your hips, start to activate your low belly, in and up, 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 up. A little fire at the belly. We'll take one more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then just like you did in the forward fold, interlace your hands or grab a strap. Hug your shoulders in. Lift your chest. You can widen your right foot over a footprint. Humble warrior. Dive inside of that right knee. Drop your head. See your left foot. And then give a little pull at the outer right hip. Pull it back. Two more. And then slowly, gently bring your hands to your hips, bring your hands to the floor, and we'll step the left foot in about 3 feet behind the right foot. Parsvottanasana. These blocks can come right under your hands, and that can be great just to help you straighten the knees. If you're more flexible, you won't need them, and you might even walk your hands forward. Root into your right big toe mound as you lift up through your outer right hip crease. 3 more deep breaths here. One more. And then from here, let's step the left foot right behind the right foot. So I'm going to face you all. You'll have your left foot behind, your right foot in front, and your baby toes real close to each other. Sciatic nerve stretch. Fold forward, shake out your head. You can keep your hands on blocks or the floor, or reach up, interlace your fingers like you did in that earlier forward fold and in Humble Warrior. And take a deep breath. If your hands are interlaced, keep that. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, come all the way up and firm the thighs. Hug the inner legs in, tailbone long. Inhale, the arms float, just light as air up over your head. And as you exhale, hands to your heart, and we'll bring the right foot into tree pose. The right foot to the left inner thigh, or the right foot to the calf, just not right on the knee, above or below it. And then find a single point of focus and take 3 more breaths here. Press foot to inner leg and inner leg to foot. Last breath. All right, from here, take your peace sign fingers of your right hand, reach down, scoop up your big toe, and you're gonna either keep your right knee bent, like so, grabbing the toe, or start to straighten it. And it might be a process. It might straighten part of the way, it might straighten almost all the way or all the way. And then maybe look over your left shoulder for 3 more breaths. Widen your collarbones, firm your left thigh, lift up through the breastbone, up through the crown. And then slowly come on back. We'll come back to 2 feet, back to the top of the mat, hands to heart. Bend your knees, brush the floor, Utkatasana, inhale. And step on back into plank pose. And then hold your plank pose, deep breath in. You're going to lower knees, chest, chin, but this time try to lower them all at once. Knees to the mat, chest right between your thumbs, and tip of the chin to the mat. And then inhale right into cobra right away this time. Coil the heart. Pause here, an extra breath. Pull the ribs forward out of your hips. And as you exhale, draw back down. And again, tuck your toes, come on back, all fours. And then press it back, downward facing dog. And take a deep breath in, lift your left leg up. As you exhale, hug your left knee in and step your left foot softly through between your hands, right heel down. Inhale, rise, warrior 1. And go down into your hips, down into your feet, and start to lift up as if you're making more space in between your pelvis and your rib cage. Root to rise. Drop down into the left knee, down into the left thigh, and then find that little fire at the belly, low belly in and up as your tailbone lengthens down. One more breath. And we'll gather the hands to the heart in prayer, widen the stance a little bit, left foot over to the left. Interlace your hands or grab your strap, lift your chest. Humble warrior, dive inside of your left knee, left ankle, drop your head. Deepen your breath. One more here, left hip crease back, inner right thigh up. And then bring your hands to your hips and either to the blocks or the floor. We'll shorten up our stance so that feet are about 3 feet apart. You could put blocks under your hands here if the left knee bends. Inhale, look out beyond your left big toe. And as you exhale, fold forward over that left leg. And then breathe deeply. Take one more slow breath in. Full breath out. And then slide your right foot behind your left. So I'll face forward towards you guys. Again, the left foot will be in front, the right foot behind. Fold forward, maybe with your blocks. Or maybe interlace your hands like you did earlier. Take another breath. And then slowly inhale, half lift. Keep the interlock if you've got it. And as you exhale all the way up, inner thighs hug in, tailbone down, knuckles down. Inhale, circle your arms, light as air, up over your head. Tree pose, left foot to the inner right calf or the inner right thigh, just not right at your knee. Press the sole of the foot to the inner leg and the inner leg to the sole of the foot. Hug your outer hips in and up. One more breath right here. We'll stay on this right foot for balance. Take your left peace sign fingers, loop them around your left big toe, and then open your leg out to the side. So you could stay here or start the process of gradually straightening the leg. It doesn't have to straighten all the way, or it could. And then maybe look out over your right shoulder and take 3 more breaths right where you are. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Widen your collarbones. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Lift up through your rib bones. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, 3. Come on back to the center. Come on back to 2 feet. Hands to your heart, top of your mat. Circle your arms down, around, and up. And as you exhale, fold forward over your legs. So we're going to widen our stance about 2 fist widths in between your big toe joints. Take your peace sign fingers, loop them around your big toes. And as you inhale, look out in front of your mat. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Padangustasana. So depending on how open your hamstrings are, you might have a big bend in the knees, or maybe your knees are all the way straight and your elbows start to bend. So find your fit, what works for your body, always folding from this hip joint so that you don't start to round the spine and fold from the inner vertebral segments. You want length. Pour the low back forward out of the hips. 2 more. And now gently release your hands. We're going to take 2 more variations of this hamstring stretch. First, Padahastasana. Bring your whole hand under your foot with your toes or your fingers pointing back towards your heels, your toes all the way up to your wrists. So you're going to wiggle your feet in, kind of climb aboard your hands here. And then again, inhale, look out in front of your mat. And as you exhale, fold over yourself and breathe nice and slow. So again, your knees could be bent, or perhaps your knees are straight and your elbows bend. Let's take one more breath here. Third variation, so look forward and gently climb off of your hands. Move these so you can see a little better. You're going to interlace your hands like this. So all the way to the knuckles or the finger where it meets the hand. Palms flat to the ground. And then you're going to look forward and you can bend your knees. You're going to step aboard so that the arch of your foot is right over the knuckle surface of your fingers. So you're going to climb right on through yourself. And your knees could bend here. All right, inhale, look forward. And imagine you are walking your ribs down your thighs as you exhale and fold forward. And then take about 3 more breaths here. The knees could be bent, or again, they're straight and you bend your elbows. Bow in like you want to smooch your shins. Last breath here. And then slowly, gently release, look forward, and bend your knees if they're not already. 1 foot at a time comes off. Release the interlace of your hands, Malasana, yogi squat. Bring your feet mats width apart. Sit your hips down. You're welcome to sit on a block or 2. Hands to your heart in prayer. Open your chest. Open your thighs. Root through your heels and rise through your crown. And take 2 more deep breaths here in yogi squat. All right, when you're ready, come on back, downward facing dog. Plant your hands, step your feet back, bend your knees a little bit, and look forward. And as you exhale, spring your right foot through your hands or wiggle it there, pick it up. And like you did at the beginning of the practice, grab your 2 blocks and place them underneath your left quad. And then find your 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock hands. And then from here, you could stay, or if you'd like to deepen, try to keep your left thigh down on the block. It's going to bring you deep into your hips. And then rise up into Anjaneyasana, but it's really going to pull you down into the depth of the pose. So don't lift the left thigh off the block. Try to keep it. Lift your heart, and then grab opposite elbows and lift your elbows up. And if you're not doing this, your hands can stay at 10 and 2 on the ground. We'll take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. 1 more deep breath in. As you exhale, hands both come down inside the right foot, or if you're at 10 and 2, just bring them both inside. Now you can move these blocks out of the way and put them under your hands. Plant your left foot down at a 45-degree angle and walk your hands towards the front left corner. Try to keep your right knee tracking right over your second toe so it doesn't wobble in. Keep it strong. And then walk your hands to that front left corner and look out over your blocks or your fingertips if you don't have blocks. Keep pressing your right thigh back as you start to reach from your navel to your chin forward. Find your max capacity, your edge. 2 more. And then bring your right hand in. You can slide your blocks in too, just park them. Right hand could go on a block or on the floor. We're going to slide the right foot back about a footprint. And then slide the right hand back even a little bit more. And then start the process of straightening your right knee, left hand to your sacrum for triangle pose. Right hand could be on a block. You could be on your fingertips, your shin, or hand to the floor. Then reach forward from your right hip to your right armpit. Lengthen the underside of your waist. Turn your ribs from the right to the left. And draw your left arm up to the ceiling. Trikonasana. So with each inhalation, you create length. And with each exhalation, you revolve to look up to the left-hand thumb with your right eye. You could even close your left eye like we did earlier and look up, see your thumb tip. 2 more. Now slowly rebend your right knee. Grab your blocks if you'd like, or hands to the floor. We're going to pivot all 10 toes towards this long edge of the mat to the left. So pivot on the right heel, walk your toes so they point back, and then bring your heels to the back edge of your mat. With hands on the mat or blocks, walk your hands way over to the long edge of your mat, to the back, to the left, and bend your left knee. Untuck your tailbone, reach your chest forward. Keep both heels connected to the mat, and the outer edges, pinky toe edges of both feet connected to the mat. And then bend both knees, transition, stay low as you can through the middle, and bend your right, straighten your left. Tailbone back, heels root, outer edges of the feet seal, heart forward. And then one more time in each direction, to the left and to the right. And then find your way right into the center and fold. Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. You can reach your hands back and grab a hold of your ankles and give a little gentle pull. Slow down your breath. You might have a little bend in your knees here. Root down into your feet and push the floor away from you so you can lift up tall through your pelvis. We take one more breath here. And slowly, gently release. Walk your hands all the way back to the top of your mat. Step back, plank pose, lower Ashtangasana, knees, chest, chin, all at once. Inhale, Bhujangasana, coil the heart, point the toes, open it up. Exhale, lower your forehead, tuck your toes, push back, all fours. Down dog, exhale. Take a deep breath in, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, spring your left foot through, or pick it up and bring it all the way if you didn't make it in one big step. And then gather your blocks, and we'll build that scaffolding right under the right quad. So one on its short setting, one on the tall setting, right under your right thigh. And then hands to 10 and 2, heart forward. And you can stay here the whole time, or really keep dropping the right thigh into the block and lift your torso. Lift your arms, grab opposite elbows, so just other forearm on top. And breathe. Shift your lungs forward, your heart up, and go down into your hips. 2 more. As you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hands down inside of your left foot. So if you were here, just walk them in, and then you can get rid of the blocks and put them underneath your hands and set your right heel down at a 45-degree angle. Keep holding that left knee right over the second toe so it doesn't wobble in. Walk your hands forward on the right diagonal. And as you inhale, look way out beyond your blocks. As you exhale, reach your left thigh back. 2 more here. And then from here, we're going to walk the hands in, plant the left hand inside of the foot. You could keep your block and put your left hand on a block or on the floor. Scoot your left foot back about a footprint, and then your left hand back about 2 handprints. Hands to the mat, block, shin, fingertips, whatever you've got. Right hand to your sacrum. And then start the process of straightening your left knee for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Reach forward through the crown, turn your ribs this time from left to right, and open your right arm. And then take about 3 more nice deep breaths right here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. You might close your right eye, see that thumb with your left eye, 2. Inhale. Lengthen the left side waist, 3, and then rebend your left knee. Bring your hands down to the blocks or the floor, and we'll pivot on the left heel so that all 10 toes point to the long edge, the right side of your mat. Heels draw back. Walk your hands over to the right, and bend your right knee. Reach your heart forward and breathe here. Feel the surface of the foot really grounded. You're not rolling in on the arch. And then bend both knees to go through the center and over to the left. You can keep your blocks under your hands here too, and then back over to the right. And then last time, back over to the left. Pivot it all the way back. This time we'll skip that prasarita all the way back to the top of the mat. Step back, plank pose. Lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, child's pose this time. Big toes touch, knees wide, arms outstretched. Set it down here a moment. Last breath. Okay, come on up and let's find our way to a low lunge with the right foot forward. You can put a block here right behind your right heel and your right calf if you have one, and that's a nice so that you hold a 90-degree angle. The other block, if you want, could go under your left thigh, and you'll angle it back towards you so the thigh rests on that short edge. And then you have something to press into. You can press your left thigh forward into the block and at the same time press your right heel into the mat, isometrically drag it back. So your left thigh presses into the block, your right calf pulls back into the block. And then from here you could stay with your hands on your hips or your hands on your thigh, or you could go on, keep pressing the thigh into the block as you grab your left foot and pull your heel in towards your hip for a little quad stretch here. And then take about 3 more breaths. Right heel pulls back, left thigh presses forward. If you have the foot, try without flinging to gently, slowly release it. And then grab, straightening the right knee. It might not straighten all the way, that's fine. So if it's down into the right, pull the right, reach the heart forward. So sometimes bending the knee is a better idea than straightening the knee. And I'll show you what I mean. Sometimes we straighten the knee and we compromise in the spine like this for a straight knee. It's better for your spinal disc health to keep a bent knee and a little concave so that you're not tugging at the vertebra. It's like the vertebra yield into the front body, a little concave. So you can work with a bent knee, or if you can keep that concave, a straight knee, or you can start the process slowly. It might be like halfway down or block under thigh or all the way down into the splits, Hanumanasana. And wherever you are, we'll take about 3 more nice slow breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. All right, slowly come on back and we'll come all the way into pigeon. So wiggle your right foot way over to the left side of your mat, lower down onto your right shin. You can modify this one on your back, right ankle over left thigh if there's any pain in your knee. And then take a moment here. We're gonna bend the left knee, and you could stay right here if that's too much. But if you bend the knee, reach back and catch the ankle with your hands. Interlace your fingers and kick your foot back to open your chest and your shoulders. Try to keep your belly engaged so you're actively lifting up out of your pelvis. Your low spine will thank you here. 2 more breaths. And then slowly, gently release it. Come forward all the way down into your sleepy pigeon, all the way down. Feel free to put a block under your right hip or maybe under your head here if that feels nice. Two more deep breaths down to your hips. And then slowly, gently find your way back up, all the way back, downward facing dog. We'll roll forward, wave it forward, plank. Knees, chest, chin, Ashtangasana. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, lower down, press back to all fours. Side two. Step your left foot forwards and grab your blocks, and we'll put one block right behind that left heel and calf, and you can pull back into it. And then the other one, optional. These are both optional, but they can give you more information to work with into your right thigh, so it's angled back on its edge. You're going to press your right thigh forward into this block and pull your left heel back towards the wall behind you, isometrically, which just means it doesn't move, but you contract the top of the hamstring to pull the heel back. It's going to square your pelvis and create balance across your SI joint. And then you could stay here, or you could grab your right foot with your right hand and start to pull it in towards your right hip. And wherever you are, keep pulling your left heel back and pressing your right thigh forward. About 3 more. One more deep breath in. Full breath out. And then if you have the foot without flinging, gently release it and grab your blocks, gather them under your hands. Remember, this can stay a little bent for your Ardha Hanuman. Your left knee can stay a little bent, and find that concave. The knee is bent, press down into the heel and pull the left hip joint back, or maybe straighten it all the way or start to slide your way forward towards Hanumanasana, the splits. Find your edge. Find your breath. Take 3 more here. From your Hanumanasana, gently slide back and we'll move into pigeon. Wiggle your left foot over to the right side of your mat. Lower down to your shin. If you're modifying, you'll lie down on your back. Eye of the needle, left ankle across right thigh. From here, you could stay or bend your right knee and start to catch hold with one or both hands. Interlace the fingers around the right ankle. Kick your right shin back. Lift up out of your low back and open your chest and shoulders here. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Rise up out of your pelvis. And as you exhale, gently release and come forward. Pigeon pose. Wiggle your left shin forwards, lower down. You could put a block under your left hip, under your head, or slide 2 blocks under your hands. Come on forward and rest. From here, we'll take 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Come on back up. This time just back to all fours for an easy twist. From all fours, inhale your left arm out to the side and up. And as you exhale, thread the needle, rest onto your left cheek. Press down into the floor with your right hand. You could even walk your right hand forward, or maybe straighten your right knee. And perhaps bring your left hand to your right thigh and straighten your left elbow, getting a nice traction up out of the low back. A couple more breaths. Allow the rib cage to drape forward off your pelvis. 1 more. Side 2, gently unwind, come back to all fours. Right arm out to the right and up. Thread the needle, rest on your right cheek. Twist left. Left elbow over the wrist, turn. Or straighten the knee, maybe walk the hand forward. Perhaps going on, bring the right hand to the left thigh. So you feel this nice tractioning around your hips, your low back. 2 more. And then from here, gently, slowly unwind and come on back. We'll find our way to the wall. And then come on up to the wall and place the soles of your feet against the wall like you're in mountain pose on the wall. Soles of the feet to the wall. Feet hips width. Tuck your shoulder blades under and find a little dynamic press through the soles of your feet into the wall. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, feel that rebound root through the soles, rise through the crown, lengthen the spinal column, the hip flexors. And then grab your strap and we'll bring the right knee into the chest, give it a little squeeze, bring the strap around the ball of the right foot and straighten your right leg. Supta Hasta Padangustasana, reclining hamstring stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, tack your right hip down towards the wall in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, ease the leg in towards your chest. And inhale, find that length, left heel to crown. Exhale, hold the straps in the right hand and open your right leg to the right and your left arm to the left. Press the sole of your left foot into the wall. Root your left hip down. As you inhale, lift your rib cage up out of your pelvis. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Take one more huge breath in, and then we'll twist. Bring the straps into the right hand, bump your hips over to the left, lower onto the outer edge of your left foot, left hip, left leg. If you can catch the foot, you can release the strap. If this is too intense, bend your knee and bring your left hand over your right thigh, outer thigh. Twist towards the right. Reach your right arm to the right. Either look up to the ceiling or deepen your twist by looking out over your right hand. And as you inhale, straighten your left knee, press the left foot into the wall. As you exhale, revolve your chest open to the ceiling, right shoulder blade down. One more deep breath in. Ring it out, exhale. And then switch. Hug your right knee back in. Recenter your pelvis and come back into the wall. If you pushed yourself away from the wall, scoot yourself right on back in like mountain pose. Hug your left knee in, give a little squeeze, thigh to belly. Loop the strap around the ball of your left foot. Supta Hasta Padangustasana, reclining hamstring stretch. Deep breath in. Exhale, tack your outer left hip towards the wall in front of you. Inhale. Exhale, ease the leg in towards your body. Take one more deep breath in, press into your right foot, and exhale, open your leg to the left and your right arm to the right. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, root into your right hip, push into the foot, draw your right ribs to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, press into the right foot and lift up out of the hips through the sides of the waist. One more big breath in. And as you exhale, twist. Hold the straps in your right hand, bump your hips left, lower your leg all the way to your right. You can modify by bending the knee, catch the strap, or deepen by catching the foot with your right hand. And twist left. Inhale, press into the sole of your right foot and grow tall through the crown of your head. Lift your ribs up out of your pelvis. As you exhale, turn left. Widen your left collarbone. Exhale and draw your left shoulder blade down towards the ground. Take one more breath. Really straighten your right knee. Energize heel to crown. And then hug both knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle squeeze. Take a little rock here, side to side. You choose. You could either just rest from here right on into corpse pose, Shavasana. Legs out, palms up, eyes closed, or try legs up the wall. And so if you have a strap and a block, you can bring your strap around your outer thighs, buckle them in, and put one block on its narrow width like this, right in between your thighs. So the block and the strap are just a nice placeholder so your legs can be completely effortless and sort of float into the pose. To come into legs up the wall, you'll lie on your side, roll onto your back with your butt against the wall. Legs up. Adjust your strap and your block as needed to be comfortable. Palms can face up, down by your sides, hands over your belly or arms overhead. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out, close your eyes. Give yourself this time and space to let go, to rest, to integrate all the great benefit of your practice. And from here, if you'd like to stay and rest longer, do it. Stay here. And if you're ready to move out of this final relaxation and into the rest of your day with renewed clarity and ease, we'll start to guide our bodies back. Deepen your breath. And as you exhale, bend your knees. If you have straps, blocks, legs up the wall, move them out. So feet on the wall or feet on the mat. Draw either arm over your head. Roll to that side. Take a breath on your side. And come on up to any comfortable seat with your eyes closed. We'll seal our practice with the sound of Om together. Hands to your heart in prayer seal. Lift your spine. Take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me.